Hey, this is Scott once again with your 3-Minute Thursday post for this week. And this is the final post in my series on team themes for athletes. We've made our way through now 10 team themes. This is the 10th of the team themes, all in my book, Inspiration for the Graduate. And we've been making our way through them leading up to today's final one, leadership. And when I wrote the book, I struggled figuring out what order should I put the different themes in. And eventually I settled on leadership as the last one because, quite honestly, if you're truly going to be a leader, you need all of the others in place in some fashion to be able to lead others and be an example for others. And so leadership is the one that I finished with. Also, I want the graduate who is reading this to kind of have that be the one that they maybe remember last and move on into the next phase of their life with. And there's so many things we could say about leadership. Think about the hundreds, maybe thousands of books out there on the concept of leadership. I want to focus on one, and that's this. The best leadership model, in my opinion, is servant leadership. The best leaders understand that they serve the people that they lead. The more you can help others get what they want, the better chance you get back in return what you want for your team, for your organization. And so leadership, so often for people, the first thing, especially young people, the first thing that pops into their head is telling others what to do, being a boss. Okay, we recognize, though, that no, the true leader is not just, there are times you got to tell people what to do, certainly, but that's not what it's all about. The great leaders lead by example. They lead from the front by showing the way. And so this is what we want to make sure that we are doing. By serving our organization in the best way possible, we then lead them in the best way possible. There's so many things we could touch on and talk about with leadership, but that's my favorite focus about the concept is being a servant leader. And it's also going to bear out in the two quotes that I've chosen for you today. The first one's a little longer quote, and it says this: "The wise leader is of service, receptive, yielding, following. The group's members' vibration dominates and leads while the leader follows. But soon it is the member's consciousness which is transformed. It is the job of the leader to be aware of the group's members' process. It is the need of the group member to be received and paid attention to. Both get what they need if the leader has the wisdom to serve and follow." That's by John Heider, the author of The Tao of Leadership. I love that concept. He really describes leadership in a nutshell there. And then this very short Japanese proverb has long been one of my favorites. If he works for you, you work for him. That's so true. We need to recognize that, the people in our organization who quote unquote work for us or are doing their thing for us, we are the ones truly who are working for them. So we must do all that we can to help them get what they want. Well, that wraps up the Team Themes for Leadership, the Team Themes for Athletes series that we've been doing. They come from my book, Inspiration for the Graduate, and this is graduation season. It's why I was doing these at this time. If you haven't gotten a gift for your graduating seniors yet, I highly recommend you check this out at greatresourcesforcoaches.com. I mail them out by priority mail, so you'll get them in 2 to 3 days if that's an issue for you, with graduation coming up soon. But check it out. I think you'll find that your athletes like it. And there's also a page, the front page is set up for you to write your own personal note to your graduate in it as well. So I hope you've liked the series. Scroll down, whatever you do here on YouTube, go down and give me a thumbs up or make a comment. Let me know what you thought of the series. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll talk to you next week with a whole new concept and moving on into a different direction. We'll talk to you then.